Did you know a song once sparked an FBI investigation just because no one could understand the lyrics? Stick around to uncover the banned tracks that shook the 1960s music scene. 20. Tell Laura I Love Her, Ray Peterson. Did you know this sweet ballad about teenage love caused an uproar in the early 1960s? It sounds innocent, right? Well, Tell Laura I Love Her tells the tragic story of a young man, Tommy, who enters a car race to win money for an engagement ring for his girlfriend Laura. But tragedy strikes when Tommy dies in a fiery crash. The song ends with his heartfelt message, Tell Laura I love her, tell Laura I need her. This song hit hard in the 1960s. Parents feared it glamorized reckless behavior, and radio stations quickly pulled it off the air. Some even claimed it was too morbid for young audiences. Despite the bans, the song topped charts and became a staple of teenage heartbreak anthems. Why the controversy? It wasn't just the crash, it was the raw emotion that made adults uncomfortable, forcing them to question the limits of acceptable storytelling in pop music. Ray Peterson might not have intended to spark controversy, but Tell Laura I Love Her became an anthem of defiance for a generation.
Tell Laura I love her.
19. Brown-Eyed Girl, Van Morrison. Fun fact, this classic hit was almost called Brown-Skinned Girl, but even with the safer title, it wasn't controversy-free. Brown-Eyed Girl celebrated young love and freedom, but one line had everyone clutching their pearls, making love in the green grass. Conservative broadcasters weren't having it. Some versions replaced the lyrics with a cleaner alternative, laughing and running in the green grass. Why all the fuss? In the 1960s, mainstream radio was wary of anything remotely suggestive. Van Morrison later revealed that the song was inspired by a carefree summer romance, but the original title hinted at themes of interracial love, which was taboo in some places. The lyrical edits and title change may have softened the blow, but the song's infectious melody ensured it remained a hit, even with bans in place. Today, it's hard to imagine this feel-good anthem causing such a stir, but in the 60s, Brown-Eyed Girl was a little too bold for its time. 18. My Generation, The Who. Ever wondered how a song with a stutter became a youth anthem? My Generation by The Who did just that. Released in 1965, this track captured the defiant spirit of the younger generation. The iconic line, "Hope I die before I get old," resonated with many. However, it was Roger Daltrey's deliberate stuttering, "Why don't you all fade away," that raised eyebrows. The BBC initially banned the song, fearing it might offend individuals with speech impediments. Despite the ban, My Generation climbed the charts, peaking at number 2 in the UK. The controversy only amplified its appeal. 17. Eve of Destruction, Barry Maguire. Can a song be so provocative that it gets banned across multiple cities? Barry Maguire's Eve of Destruction did just that in 1965. Did you know? Barry Maguire's Eve of Destruction was banned by some American radio stations, claiming it was an aid to the enemy in Vietnam. Despite this, it reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Written by P.F. Sloan, this protest song addressed pressing issues like the Vietnam War, civil rights, and the nuclear threat. Lyrics such as "You're old enough to kill but not for votin'" struck a chord. Many American radio stations banned it, labeling it as an aid to the enemy in Vietnam. Despite, or perhaps because of the controversy, the song soared to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It became an anthem for the counterculture movement, highlighting the power of music to challenge societal norms and provoke thought.
The button is pushed, there's no running away, there'll be no one to save.
16. 8 Miles High, The Byrds. Did you know a song could be banned for sounding too much like a saxophone? The Byrds' 8 Miles High faced just that situation. Released in 1966, 8 Miles High is often hailed as one of the first psychedelic rock songs. Its innovative sound was heavily influenced by jazz saxophonist John Coltrane and Indian sitar virtuoso Ravi Shankar. Guitarist Roger McGuinn aimed to emulate Coltrane's saxophone style on his 12-string Rickenbacker guitar, creating a distinctive droning effect. The lyrics describe the band's turbulent flight to London and their experiences in the city. Ray Gray town, known for its sound. Despite the song's true inspiration, many radio stations interpreted the title and its abstract lyrics as references to drug use, leading to widespread bans. Did you know the Byrds' 8 Miles High was banned by US radio stations for alleged drug references? However, the band claimed it was about their trip to England, not drug use. "15. A Day in the Life." The Beatles. Imagine a song so powerful it was banned for a single line. The Beatles' "A Day in the Life" holds that distinction. As the closing track on the 1967 album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, this song is a masterpiece of experimental rock. Its haunting lyrics and orchestral crescendos captivated listeners. However, the BBC took issue with the line, "I'd love to turn you on." Interpreting it as a drug reference, the BBC banned the song from airplay, stating it could encourage a permissive attitude towards drug taking. The Beatles denied any drug connotations, but the ban remained. 14. Mississippi Godamn. Nina Simone. Did you know a song could be so powerful it was banned across multiple states? Nina Simone's Mississippi Godamn is that song. In 1964, Nina Simone unleashed Mississippi Godamn, a searing protest against racial injustice. Written in under an hour, the song was her response to the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing and the assassination of Medgar Evers. With lyrics like "Alabama's got me so upset," "Tennessee made me lose my rest," Simone channeled her fury and pain into a powerful anthem. The song's blunt message led to bans in several southern states. Some radio stations even returned promotional copies broken in half. Despite this, Mississippi Godamn became a rallying cry during the civil rights movement.
Tired of expensive, low-effort script writers for your YouTube channel? Autoscripter.ai is the ultimate solution. Say goodbye to low-quality, poorly retention amateur scripts that fail to generate thousands of views for your channel. At a fraction of the cost, Autoscripter.ai helps your videos go viral. In just 3 steps, Autoscripter.ai creates a polished script tailored to your needs. Just input your title concept, select your tone and style. The intuitive interface makes editing and refining effortless, fast, smart, and trusted by hundreds of satisfied users who have already discovered the amazing tool. Start your free trial today and watch Autoscripter.ai transform your YouTube channel. Just click the link in the video description below now.
13. The Fish Cheer "I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die" rag. Country Joe and the Fish. Can a cheer get you banned from TV? Country Joe and the Fish found out the hard way. In 1965, Country Joe McDonald penned "The Fish Cheer, I Feel Like I'm Fixin' to Die" rag, a satirical take on the Vietnam War. The song's catchy chorus, "1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for?" coupled with its biting lyrics, made it a counterculture favorite. The controversy escalated when the band replaced fish with an expletive during live performances, leading to their ban from The Ed Sullivan Show.
Now come on, generals, let's move fast. Your big chance is here at last.
12. Let's Spend the Night Together. The Rolling Stones. Ever heard of a song so risque it had to be censored on live TV? The Rolling Stones' Let's Spend the Night Together holds that title. Here's an amazing fun fact. The BBC banned the Rolling Stones' Let's Spend the Night Together due to its suggestive lyrics. During a live TV performance, Mick Jagger was asked to sing Let's Spend Some Time Together instead. Released in 1967, this track was bold for its time, with Mick Jagger crooning Let's Spend the Night Together. The suggestive lyrics didn't sit well with conservative audiences. When the Stones performed on The Ed Sullivan Show, they were asked to change the line to Let's Spend Some Time Together. Jagger complied but rolled his eyes dramatically during the performance, signaling his disdain for the censorship. Despite the edits, many radio stations banned the song, deeming it too provocative. Interestingly, the controversy overshadowed its B-side, Ruby Tuesday, which ended up topping the charts. 11. Light My Fire, The Doors. Can a single word get a band banned from a top TV show? The Doors found out with Light My Fire. In 1967, the Doors were set to perform their hit on The Ed Sullivan Show. Producers requested they change the line, "Girl, we couldn't get much higher," fearing it referenced drug use. Jim Morrison agreed but sang the original lyrics during the live broadcast. This defiance led to the band being banned from future appearances on the show. 10. Lola, The Kinks. Did you know a song about a dance encounter could stir such controversy? The Kinks' Lola did just that. Released in 1970, Lola tells the story of a young man's encounter with a woman who turns out to be a man. The lyrics, well, I'm not the world's most masculine man, but I know what I am and I'm glad I'm a man, challenged traditional gender norms. The BBC banned the song, not for its provocative subject matter, but because it mentioned Coca-Cola, violating their strict anti-advertising policy. The band had to re-record the line as Cherry Cola to get airplay. 9. God Save the Queen, Sex Pistols. Can a punk anthem shake the monarchy? The Sex Pistols' God Save the Queen did just that. Although released in 1977, this song's impact is rooted in the rebellious spirit of the 60s. With lyrics like "God Save the Queen, she ain't no human being," it was a direct attack on the British establishment. The BBC banned it immediately, deeming it an affront to the monarchy. Despite the ban, or perhaps because of it, the song shot to number 2 on the UK singles chart. Its release during Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee made it even more controversial, cementing the Sex Pistols' legacy as punk provocateurs. 8. Fortunate Son, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Did you know a song could become an anthem for the underprivileged while being misunderstood by many? Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival is that song. Released in 1969, Fortunate Son was a fiery protest against the Vietnam War and the social inequalities it highlighted. John Fogerty, the band's lead vocalist and guitarist, penned the song in response to the disparity between the privileged elite and the working class individuals who were sent to fight. The lyrics, "It ain't me, I ain't no senator's son," underscore this divide. The song quickly became an anthem for the anti-war movement, resonating with those who felt marginalized and voiceless. Despite its popularity, Fortunate Son faced its share of controversy. Some misinterpreted its message, believing it to be unpatriotic. In reality, Fogerty, a military veteran himself, intended the song as a critique of the privileged few who avoided the draft, not as an indictment of the soldiers who served. Over the years, Fortunate Son has been featured in numerous films and political events, sometimes sparking debates about its appropriateness. Notably, its performance at the 2014 Concert for Valor stirred controversy, prompting Fogerty to reiterate the song's true intent. 7. I Am The Walrus, The Beatles. Ever heard of a song so bizarre it left everyone, including its creators, scratching their heads? The Beatles' I Am The Walrus is that enigma. Released in 1967, I Am The Walrus is a psychedelic masterpiece born from John Lennon's desire to craft a song that defied interpretation. Inspired by Lewis Carroll's The Walrus and the Carpenter, Lennon wove a tapestry of surreal imagery and nonsensical phrases, resulting in lines like, I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. The song's avant-garde nature didn't sit well with everyone. The BBC took offense to the line, boy, you've been a naughty girl, you let your knickers down, interpreting it as a sexual reference. This led to the song being banned from airplay. Despite the ban, I Am The Walrus captivated audiences with its unconventional structure and innovative production. The track features a complex arrangement, including a 16-piece orchestra and a choir, adding to its otherworldly feel. 6. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, The Beatles. Did you know a song could be banned based on a mere assumption? The Beatles' Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds faced such a fate. Released in 1967 as part of the iconic Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds quickly drew attention for its vivid and surreal imagery. Lines like, picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies painted a dreamlike scene that captivated listeners. However, the song's initials, L, S, and D, led many to speculate that it was a coded reference to the hallucinogenic drug LSD. This assumption was bolstered by the song's psychedelic sound and abstract lyrics. Despite John Lennon's consistent denial of any drug-related connotations, stating that the song was inspired by a drawing his son Julian brought home from school, the BBC wasn't convinced. They banned the track from the airwaves, citing concerns over promoting drug use. This decision only fueled public curiosity and debate.
So, if I was to say where I got it from, it's illegal and everything.
5. Street Fighting Man, The Rolling Stones. Can a song be so incendiary that it's pulled from radio stations during times of unrest? The Rolling Stones' Street Fighting Man found itself in such a predicament. Released in 1968, a year marked by political turmoil and widespread protests, Street Fighting Man captured the zeitgeist with its rebellious energy. The lyrics, "Everywhere I hear the sound of marching, charging feet, boy," resonated with the youth who were disillusioned with the establishment. The song's release coincided with the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, an event marred by violent clashes between protesters and police. Fearing that the song might incite further unrest, several radio stations across the U.S. decided to ban it from their playlists. Despite the lack of explicit calls to action, the mere association with the ongoing protests was enough to raise concerns. Mick Jagger, the band's frontman, expressed surprise at the ban, emphasizing that the song was a reflection of the times rather than a call to violence. 4. Brown Sugar, The Rolling Stones. Did you know that one of the Rolling Stones' biggest hits was pulled from their set lists due to its controversial lyrics? Brown Sugar is that song. Released in 1971, Brown Sugar quickly climbed the charts with its catchy riff and energetic delivery. However, the lyrics delved into provocative themes, referencing slavery, interracial relationships, and drug use. The opening line, "Gold Coast slave ship bound for cotton fields," immediately sets a stark tone. Over time, the song faced increasing scrutiny for its portrayal of these sensitive subjects. In 2021, amid growing controversy, the Rolling Stones decided to remove Brown Sugar from their US tour set lists. Mick Jagger acknowledged the decision, stating, "We've played Brown Sugar every night since 1970, so sometimes you think, we'll take that one out for now and see how it goes." 3. Hi, 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 Wings. Can a song be banned over a misunderstood lyric? Paul McCartney's Hi 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 faced just that fate. In 1972, Paul McCartney and his band Wings released Hi Hi Hi, a rock track that quickly caught attention. The BBC banned the song, interpreting the title phrase as a drug reference and taking issue with the line they heard as, "Get you ready for my body gun," which they found sexually suggestive. McCartney later clarified that the lyric was, "Get you ready for my polygon," an abstract image, and remarked, "The BBC got some of the words wrong, but I suppose it is a bit of a dirty song if sex is dirty and naughty." Despite the ban, Hi 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 achieved commercial success, reaching the top 10 in both the UK and the US. The controversy highlighted the era's tensions between artistic expression and broadcasting standards. 2. Give Ireland Back to the Irish. Wings. Did you know that a song could be banned across an entire nation for its political message? Wings' Give Ireland Back to the Irish is a prime example. In 1972, following the tragic events of Bloody Sunday in Northern Ireland, Paul McCartney and his band Wings released Give Ireland Back to the Irish. The song was a direct response to the British Army's actions, with lyrics urging, "Great Britain, you are tremendous and nobody knows like me. But really, what are you doing in the land across the sea?" The BBC, along with other British media outlets, swiftly banned the track due to its politically charged content. Despite the ban, the song resonated with many, reaching number 1 on the Irish charts and number 16 in the UK. McCartney later reflected on the song's impact, stating, "From our point of view, it was the first time people started thinking of me as an individual, which was a great help." 1. Louie, The Kingsmen. Can a song's unintelligible lyrics lead to a federal investigation? The Kingsmen's Louie found itself at the center of such a controversy. Here's an amazing fun fact. The Kingsmen's Louie faced an FBI investigation due to its unintelligible lyrics. After 2 years, the Bureau concluded the lyrics were unintelligible at any speed. Released in 1963, Louie quickly gained popularity. However, its mumbled lyrics sparked rumors of hidden obscene messages. Concerned parents and officials demanded action, leading the FBI to launch a 2-year investigation into the song's content. After extensive analysis, the Bureau concluded that the lyrics were unintelligible at any speed and found no evidence of obscenity. Despite, or perhaps because of the controversy, Louie became a defining track of the era, covered by countless artists and cementing its place in rock and roll history. These songs not only pushed musical boundaries, but also challenged societal norms, leaving a lasting impact on culture and censorship debates. Thanks for watching. If you love this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more. Check out our other videos on the wildest stories in music history. See you next time.